Ooh.
Photographs are extra.
Photographs? Who said I'm photographing? I'm videoing, mate. It's not bad, is it? It's Count Castle's private residence. Oh, they've got spooky things up in their windows. Yeah, look at the right-hand big windows. They've got like pumpkin pictures up on it.
Yeah, I can only just see it, but that's a straight thing.
Wowza.
They're not happy, are they? What a miserable existence, eh?
In the window there, you look very good.
Yeah, we're just about to spoil it by sounding completely straight, The sheep
know something.
Yeah, they've heard I'm just going to tell a story. On Google Earth, there's probably a little image there.
Yes. It's this time of day that the
Big pumpkin or something. Yeah. Sheep are making a big penis on this field.
Have you seen the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the sheep farmers in Wales, when they put all the sheep put these jackets with LEDs on.
Come on! Come on!
It's a film that's sped up.
Dad.
On the hillside was that. They've got all the sheep to make happen. And so it starts off with like the old Pong basketball video game.
Silence.
And a firework display.
Quiet in the cheap seats. Some of you might know this is Ascot Hall, home of the Marquis of Zetland. And we're just going to tell a little story that when I did the wrecking for the walk, the Marquis and Marquess were just out here with their dogs, and I stood and chatted to them for a while, and they gave me this little ghost story to tell here today. So here you go. Over the centuries, there have been many tales surrounding Ascot Hall, whispers of hauntings, bumps in the night, and lost wandering souls whose cries echo in the night. Many of these stories centre around the great Marquis of Zetland, who resided in the majestic Ascot Hall many years ago. He lived a life of pleasure and vice. He loved girls and boys, alcohol and gambling. Most evenings he was too embroiled in a poker game, usually involving large sums of money that none, except the Marquis, could afford to lose. The Duke had money to burn, and burn it he did. He was a ruthless player, caring not a jot for those unfortunate with whom he played. If they could not afford to pay in cash, he would settle their debts some other way, and that was just the men. On a dull and dismal September morning, the Marquis was out collecting his rent and poker payments when he knocked at the door of one...
Who's it gonna be?
Paul Atherton, a local carpenter with more mouths to feed than there were ever be wood to craft. Atherton was a poor and desperate man who, under the pressure of impending eviction and starvation, had agreed
Ran
to play
amazing
the Marquis
charity
in
nights.
poker in a misguided attempt to settle his rent arrears. Unsurprisingly, Atherton lost, and now owed not only his rent, but £50 that he had recklessly gambled on a flush hand. As the door shook under the power of Zetland's mighty fist, Atherton wrenched open the door. "I can't pay! You know that I can't pay! Give me until the end of the week. I'll have it then," pleaded Atherton from behind the wooden door. "You know the payment terms," the Marquis growled, attempting to stride through the doorway. "No, not again," whimpered Atherton as he struggled to close the door. However, under Atherton's lithe but scrawny frame, he was no match for the rotund figure of the Marquis. The door swung back on its hinges, slamming against the bare and battered kitchen wall. The Marquis's gaze fell upon Atherton's pretty young wife, who was cowering with 4 other small children in the corner. "You are familiar with the contract, I believe, my dear," muttered Zetland, rubbing his bearded muzzle.
Is that what you call it?
No, I'll fight you, stuttered Atherton, with more strength than he felt. At this time the Marquis laughed, a foul rumbling laugh that twisted the very guts of poor Atherton. "You, Atherton? I might as well just kill you here and now, save us both the time and effort." "Oh, just give me one more chance," said Atherton, drawing himself up to his full height, 5'4". So it was arranged that as the sun set over Askey Hall into the shadow of an old chestnut tree, the pair would meet and duel till the death. All rights and traditions were honoured, the gauntlet laid down, 10 paces taken, pistols drawn, the men turned, steely fear and determination fixed in their eyes. As they took aim, a haggard raven took flight from an old rowan tree and headed straight into the face of old Zetland. 2 shots were fired.
Bang, bang.
One hit into the bark of the chestnut tree, the other into the cold heart of the Marquis.
Fran sprung the leak.
We've got a spurter. Legend has it that the raven was a spirit sent to settle the debt of the Marquis in payment for the lives that he had callously taken and the lives that he had shattered. However, the Duke was not a man to pay debts easily, though he would take them without question. It is said that the Duke wanders the grounds here still, waiting for vengeance, mostly on Sunday evenings, for one passerby to settle his ultimate debts.
Oh.
I'm off.